At 5:12 a.m., the lights are already on. Not because they love mornings, not because they're motivated, but because there's a specific kind of person who treats sleep like a negotiable expense and treats progress like a debt that must be paid daily. Insanely overachievers don't wake up thinking, how can I win today? They wake up thinking, what can I afford to lose? They move through life with a strange urgency, like time is a room slowly filling with water. They answer messages fast. They finish tasks early. They stack goals like they're building a wall between themselves and something they refuse to name. From the outside, it looks like discipline. On the inside, it often feels like pressure with a mask on. Here's the part most people miss. Overachievers aren't chasing success. They're chasing relief. Relief from the feeling that they're falling behind. Relief from the fear of being average. Relief from the old memory of being underestimated by a parent, a teacher, a friend, an entire room. And once they get a win, it rarely lands the way you'd expect. The promotion becomes the new baseline. The perfect grade becomes the minimum. The compliment becomes proof they can't slip. Their brain doesn't celebrate, it recalculates. Because for a lot of overachievers, achievement isn't a moment. It's a coping mechanism, a way to control chaos, a way to earn safety, a way to make life predictable in a world that once felt unpredictable. Psychologists call it conditional self-worth, the belief that you're valuable only when you're producing something impressive. That's why rest feels uncomfortable, silence feels suspicious, free time feels like a trap. Even joy gets treated like a distraction. They don't just set goals, they build identities out of them. And the scary part is, it works. People applaud, doors open, results pile up. So they keep going. But underneath the performance is a nervous system that never fully powers down, a mind that turns every hobby into a metric, a heart that secretly wonders, if I stop achieving, do I still matter? Overachievers can train themselves to be enough, but it requires rewiring the reward system. Instead of only feeling proud when the outcome is perfect, they start practicing pride in the process. Showing up, being consistent, staying honest, finishing the hard thing even when it's messy. That shift sounds small, but it changes everything, because now their value isn't held hostage by results. The next step is building a life that has off moments on purpose, not as a treat after burnout, but as a normal part of the schedule. A walk without a podcast, a meal without multitasking, a night where the only goal is to recover. At first, it feels uncomfortable, like they're wasting time. But discomfort is often the sign that you're breaking an old addiction to urgency. Another move that changes overachievers fast is learning to set goals with a ceiling, not just a floor. Instead of, I need to do as much as possible, it becomes, I'll do the essential things, then I stop. That boundary teaches the brain that nothing collapses when you don't overdeliver. And then there's the hardest part, letting people see them without the armor. Not the polished version, the productive version, the impressive version, the real version. Overachievers often feel safest when they're useful, but real confidence comes from being accepted when you're not performing. So they practice saying simple sentences like, I'm tired, I need help, I'm not okay today. Not dramatically, just honestly. And every time they do, they prove to themselves they can be loved without earning it. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.